now we are ready to color in our owl. Then we're going to work on the background today. But first we're going to use some markers. So I'm going to go get my box and get the marker colors that I want for my artwork. When I have all the colors that I want, you can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have on hand. So I'm going to start coloring. Now remember, one side is a color because it's symmetrical. If I split this in half, I have the same on one side as the other. So I'm going to color purple on this side and then color purple on this side. So when I start, I can go ahead and start where I want to start coloring my first shape. Then I'll do the same on the other side. This is called symmetry. So let's give it a little example and let's write the word symmetry. Symmetry is the same on one side as the other. So if I had a circle, I cut it in half, that has symmetry. It's just flip-flopped. Same on one side as the other, just kind of flopped. So maybe I will get a new color and then do the next part. Same on one side and then the same on the other side. Okay. Then I'm going to continue on with my artwork, keeping symmetry with my colors. Get to the belly, I can kind of get fun with it, and I'm not going to actually use any symmetry. I'm just going to jump around. So I'm going to start with the color, then I'm going to jump around to the next color, next space, and I'm going to continue that until I fill in all of my scallops. different color if you would like to. So the only thing that I'm going to add before we start painting is some lines of my tree bark. Just make some swirly lines in the tree bark. Okay. Now, what I'm going to actually use is oil pastel. So I have this oil pastel that I'm going to use for the background of the sky. We're going to find some inspiration in Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get colors like yellow, white, colors that I've seen in Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, some blue, and I'm going to make some swirly lines. And I'll show you with the blue, you'll see it better with the blue. See the swirly line? It almost looks like the wind is blowing. It's been kind of cold outside, and I can show the wind blowing here. You can also make some dots for stars. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the white, but this time, remember, you're not gonna be able to see any of the white. Okay? All right. Now that all of my background is about done, I'm gonna choose a color background for my sky. Now you can also choose to either color in. I completely forgot about my little leaves here. You can color them in. I'm just gonna color them quickly, or you can paint them. I'm just gonna color them in because I want to. Okay. Now that my background is ready, I have my paint and my water. I'm gonna make a black background. You can choose maybe a darker background. You can do like purple, something dark to kind of mimic the night sky because we have the sun here. If you wanted to make yours during the day, then that's fine. Then you can do during the day like a blue. And maybe instead of a moon, it's the sun. Being very careful not to paint on top of my owl. I'm painting around my owl. So how I can definitely not touch the owl is I paint away and then go more towards the owl. So I'll do that again. I'll paint farther and then blend it because I don't want a big puddle of paint. I want to go around my colors. I still have to paint in my branch. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some brown and paint in the branch for my owl to sit on. then my owl is all done. It looks a lot brighter in the picture, but it looks really, really cool. Really cool in person. All right, and now if I don't like certain parts of it, I can always go back on top of the watercolor. Maybe I want to make the background a little bit darker, and I can go do that, and I can paint on top of that again. That's completely up to you. If you obviously do not have watercolors at home, you use what you have to create your artwork